Hi, everybody. We are here in Career Clarity for Women Leaders, and we are Facebook Living with Judith.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
So super excited to have today and time with Judith and to connect with everybody here. My name is Allison Nail-Malone of Malone Consultants Group, and I'm the founder of Career Clarity for Women Leaders. And we have another leadership person, Tiki Vernato, who I'm super grateful as part of this organization within this group here. And Tiki and I will be doing a live webinar in November on all the topics, kind of tying everything together that we've been talking about this month. And Judith is helping me kind of close out this month from all the stuff that both Tiki and I have provided resources and tools and information to help grow your career as a woman leader within your community, within your companies and the organizations that you've built and that you've also been a part of. So super excited to have Judith.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, so Judith and I have been connected, I think 3 or 4 years now, and it's been super exciting. And again, just super grateful to know Judith and the impact that she has made. Judith Yanez is the Executive Director of NWA, or Northwest Arkansas Rooted, and she's going to talk a little bit about her organization. And I'd love for you to just kind of share a little bit about who you are, Judith. She is a community influencer and impactor. She runs this incredible nonprofit that not only creates impact and influence in Northwest Arkansas, but also for the state of Arkansas. And I have a feeling that what she's building here is also going to have a national impact as well. So Judith, if you'll tell us a little bit about who you are, and a little bit about NWA Rooted, and then we'll kind of dive into good stuff.
Okay, cool, awesome. So it was hard to pick which chapter of my life to pick, right? And I think what got me here, if I reflect, was getting out of my comfort zone. And so one of the things is I'm a single mom. I was a teacher, and I got to a point that I was like, I'm supposed to be doing more, and I wasn't sure what that was, right? And then my sweet daughter goes, Mom, you have 2 degrees. Why are we still in poverty? And so it hit me like I needed to set an example for her. So you only know what you know. And how do you get out of your comfort zone only knowing what you know? Because you make plans and they're based on your comfort zone. So what I did as a single mom was quit my job as a teacher. No plan.
Whoa.
Everybody thought I was insane. No one would have hired me after that, but I had no plan. So I was like, I just need to survive. And I worked 3 jobs. And I did that for a while. And somehow I found Allison. Not sure how I found her, but I did. And she changed my life. The thing about that is a position opened. And if you read the job title, and I remember it was perfectly aligned to me. 6 months into that job, the organization closed.
Oh, man.
And I was like, oh, well, here we are again. I have no plan, right? Universe, what are you working on? And so I got the guts to ask the funder if I can continue the work in the community. And they said, we thought you wouldn't ask. So here I am, jumped my fears, got out of my comfort zone, thanks to Allison. I think you really helped me change my frequency. Still dabbling of what that is, what causes that to change your perspective and get out of your comfort zone. Basically, killing the fear. I think it's what it is. And if you think about it, you're scared of various things you want to do, and you just have to break through that fear. But when you are in your comfort zone, surrounded with people in your comfort zone, how can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. So first, I want to say thank you so much for that. But also, can you tell them what it is that you do? Like, you're doing this community work, and so what was that? And then what's interesting, what you just said though, was I was doing this work. It was perfect for me. And then the company or the organization itself closed, and we never thought you would ask, but you did. So tell us what the work was that you were doing, and then what is it that you're doing now?
Yeah. So initially, I didn't want to mention the work because it was steps that I took, right? And it can fit to any woman in your lifetime. Just take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
So the work that I do, because the one thing that an intention that I had with my change of comfort zone and perspective was I wanted to do what I was passionate about. But I had so many things I was passionate about. So what really was my life purpose?
Yeah.
And so when I let go of my idea of what my life purpose was, all these possibilities opened. And the one thing that I look back that my life purpose was basically education changed my life. My parents were not able to help me with my education, but I wanted my kids to have more than what I had. Again, how do you do that when you're in your comfort zone, right? So I was a school teacher and I got to know the structures pretty well. I got to know what structures oppress people. I learned to see that parents function on their comfort level. And fear keeps their children from receiving an opportunity beyond what you can imagine. And so I work with parents now, making sure that they're aware of their kids' education options, opportunities, brighter futures, that they're out of their comfort zone, breaking that fear cycle to make decisions that will impact their kids in such a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Education changes lives. When you're in poverty, when you're living in oppression, sometimes education is the only key to get out of your comfort zone.
And it sounds like to me that you also have applied that to your own life so that you could share that message to other people. And if I remember correctly, it wasn't so much, here's this job list of things that I'm going to do, or this job list of job tasks. It was what are my core values? What is most important to me? What has changed my life? And then that's what's important to me. Not a job title, not a company, not any of those things, but these are the things that I was passionate about. And that's how it changed my life so that I can help provide that same kind of awareness and education for other people.
Right. Perfectly. And as I meet women, we each have a passion that, I mean, if I know you, I know your passion, right? And I can say with wholeheartedly that Allison is down that path of making sure other people in that same journey are taken care of. And for me, it's the same thing. So it's just finding that passion, that unwavering moral compass that drives you, and sticking to it.
Yeah. So one of the things that a lot of clients that I see, both from large organizations to individuals, both just from a client perspective, but people that I connect with, you touched on, I'm afraid. I'm fearful that if I ask, I'm fearful if I know in the place where I'm at today is not where I want to be.
Right.
I'm not so sure exactly where I want to go, but I know right here is not where I want to be. And it sounds like that was kind of similar for you as well.
And the one thing that I've learned, because we talk about faith, right? But applying faith is very difficult. Applying blind faith, right? And so to me, every time I feel that, take that leap of faith, and I'm taken care of every time. But it's just taking that leap of faith. Once I feel that fear, it paralyzes you. It paralyzes a lot of people because you're stuck there. I need a plan. But again, that plan is out of your comfort zone. So just take that leap of faith and you'll be taken care of.
How would you define leap of faith? Because I know for some people, faith means religion. Faith means the tree in their backyard. Faith means a feeling that they have. But what is that for you? Like if you were giving that advice to someone that you're connected with, and they're like, Judith, I don't get what leap of faith. Like, what does that mean to take a leap of faith? Like, I don't get that.
It's a very vulnerable position. And so if I analyze leap of faith, just going back through what my thoughts, right? So leap of faith can be thoughts in your head. I'm not capable of doing this. And sometimes they come from a place of you're ashamed of your thoughts and you're not willing to talk about them. And it keeps you paralyzed, or you have a fear. And sometimes these are all in our head, but we're afraid to share them. And so it's taking that leap of faith, speaking these thoughts to someone, and that person reflecting them back to me and going, this is what you're saying. No, that's not what I mean. But that's what you just said. And it's just changing our patterns, right? But it's speaking them.
Yeah.
speaking them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so part of that leap of faith is speaking whatever that truth is.
Yeah.
Yep. And then sharing that with a trusted person, whether that's a mentor, whether that's a coach, your counselor, your best friend, whoever that is, and having them kind of reflect back to you. And then it sounds like when that happens, you get more clear about what that means so that you can take the leap of faith.
Yeah, the records in your head stop spinning.
Yeah.
And a new song is played.
Yeah. And what I do know is oftentimes when we don't take that leap of faith, it's based in fear because either we're afraid we're going to fail or we're afraid we're going to get rejected.
Yeah.
And not every single thing happens in the way that we want it to. And it's not always successful. And what it sounds like is even in those times you're learning and then being able to take the leap of faith, whether that's a job change, whether that's asking for a promotion, for more money, which you did in many ways.
And that was another leap of faith.
Yes.
Women tend to, I can't make that much money. And it's so funny because I asked mentors that were women, well, let's analyze, let's research how much you can get paid and let's figure this out. And I asked one man and they're like, why are you researching this? You're not going to get paid that amount. And again, just take it. I'm like, what do we do to ourselves?
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Well, and you also like literally ask for money for as a nonprofit to fund the work that you do and the center that you provide, these, education and awareness and services, and asking for money is like the biggest fear for most people.
Oh my God. But all you can get is a no or a yes. That's about it.
Yeah. And so people are afraid of the no.
And it's so funny. You'll get a no, but you'll get a no. Hopefully, why not? Right. And then that's an area of growth there that you know.
Awesome. So what do you think has been like in the last 6 months, maybe, has been kind of like the biggest life lesson for you that like you feel so compelled that as women who are leaders and human beings who are leaders, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like having a divider of gender doesn't,
No.
we all have kind of that same fear to a certain extent. But as a person who is leading, whether that's leading in your family, leading in a company, leading a nonprofit, leading in your community, what's kind of been that one life lesson for you that you feel like I have to share this?
Who do you trust? Has been the hardest lesson. And who do you need to help guide this work? It's really hard to talk about this one because I'm still in the middle of this. So nonprofit, you start this nonprofit. I don't have experience in nonprofit, but I love learning. So it was a struggle of who do you trust to help you navigate the work the way it needs to be navigated? And it's been a lot of lessons. And you're back to who do I trust? And so who's your circle? To have a tight-knit circle. And I think Michelle Obama talked about this too. Having this tight-knit circle. And what I get in my head is who will help you hide the body and never say where the body's at? Like seriously. Who?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because not literally. Maybe there's a thing that's your body that will help you kind of bury it. Not bury it, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Here's what it is. Let me get another metaphor. Like,
because don't hide the body.
Where you feel free to say, okay, where do you hide the body? And they're like, are you seriously telling me this right now?
Yeah, because there might be some people like that though.
Yeah, no, there is.
I do have people like that though.
No, but seriously, I'm thinking this thought and it's terrible, but you feel comfortable enough saying it. And they're like, oh, I'm going to reflect what you just said. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I sound like a total, oh no, I shouldn't have said that. Right. But you feel comfortable saying that. And how do you identify those people? It's because you think you know a person and then you end up like, oh my God, I didn't know who this person is. Right. And it's that person, as a community leader, I see the light in everyone. I see their potential, but there's a lot of things that are not being said that I don't understand or I don't see, and you only see with time.
Yeah. And I think that's part of it, just like with any relationship, there's time. But what I do know, particularly about Judith, is that the more that you've been patient and the more that you learn from it, the people that you trust continue to keep showing up, even in the most unexpected times.
Yeah. And I think the one thing that I have clear right now is if I look at the people that I truly trust, they're people that unite me with other people.
Mm.
And those that I reflect on the situations that I had that I no longer trust, they were dividing me away from people. And that's clear in my head. So I've analyzed everybody that I have around me. And it's basically, are you uniting me or are you dividing me?
That's so powerful. I want you to say that again, because I think that's such a powerful question.
Yeah, I don't know how else to phrase it, but are the people that you're surrounding yourself with, are they dividing you from people or are you uniting you with people?
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Because like when we were talking about that earlier, I thought, wow, I mean, quickly, I just went through my own head of, when I have grown in my career and grown in my business, that's the people that I know personally and professionally, the ones that have united me or divided me, got very clear.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're going through challenging times, then you know who's uniting you and who's dividing you. And that in and of itself is an incredibly powerful life lesson and platform.
Yeah. And also, I mean, when you have a situation, are they saying that person's completely terrible, or are they saying, look at the situation, what did you learn from this? I mean, you have to look at those conversations too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, we could just keep on talking.
Oh my God, yes, I love this.
So, big key thing here is Judith is amazing, and that also she's making a huge impact in this world, and she just dropped some major stuff right here on when you're thinking about your career, when you're thinking about your influence and impact. Who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? And those that are trusted people, do they unite you or do they divide you? And then Yeah. Awesome. Well, everyone, those of you that are watching the replay, drop in the comments below who you are, where you're from, and then as you're listening and as you're kind of reflecting back on what Judith has shared with you today, drop in the comments below of what was really powerful for you, what was an aha for you, and what questions do you have? And there's lots of different ways that you can get in touch with us. So if you don't want to put those comments in below and you want to reach out to Judith, she is tagged in this post. I'll also put down in the links in the comments below how you can reach her through Facebook. And you're welcome to reach out to me as well.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Judith, before you wrap it up?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing this space for women and Facebook. I mean, it's perfect. So thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone have an amazing day. I'll see you Thursday at 12:30 here in the Career Clarity for Women Leaders. And if you have an interest, on my personal Facebook page, I do a mindfulness message at 7:20 a.m. Central live as well, so you can connect with me there too. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all on Thursday.